This is IGN. A killer horror thriller that's more assassin than barbarian. This is your IGN review of Weapons by Tom Jorgensen. Zach Cregger made a splashy foray into horror with 2022's Barbarian, a shape-shifting, slow burn, full of satisfying twists and well-pitched dark humor that invited hair-raising questions about what may be going on behind your neighbor's door, or indeed inside their basement. His new movie, Weapons, may be rooted in similar themes, but Cregger has refined his touch here, crafting an absolutely delicious, scary yet funny blockbuster that never lets up. A testament to the power of a good hook, Weapons opens by laying out its central mystery. Why did nearly 20 kids, all from the same classroom in the small town of Maybrook, suddenly awake one night, leave their homes, and disappear into the darkness? Recounted and hushed around the campfire tones, the story has a feeling of urban myth, which is reinforced by a haunting montage of children streaming into the street, arms straight out at their sides like effed up little airplanes. The eyes of Maybrook naturally turn to the missing kid's teacher, Justine Gandy, played by Julia Garner, who has a checkered past when it comes to respecting boundaries with her pupils. During a meeting between parents, teachers, and police, Justine is chased out of the room following accusations from one of the grieving fathers, Archer, played by Josh Brolin. All of that is covered in the first few minutes of Weapons, and it makes up the bedrock that's revisited time and again across its 128-minute runtime. It's also every part of the plot that's safe to discuss without ruining all the clever turns that lie ahead. From that primal starting point, Weapons unfurls itself in time-hopping chapters that afford the story a tremendous sense of scope, in spite of its relatively diminutive setting. Each segment takes its time to dig into how the disappearances have affected the lives of those closest to the situation, and Cregger takes care to introduce the audience to the characters in quiet, personal moments of struggle. No one person's perspective feels more important than any other's. What's revealed by these various vantage points makes us constantly reassess our own view of Weapons' bigger picture. From top to bottom, the cast proves adept at performing Cregger's tonal high-wire act, with Julia Garner and Josh Brolin anchoring other focal points like Principal Marcus, played by Benedict Wong, and Town Cop Paul, played by Alden Ehrenreich. Justine may be well-intentioned, but she's ill-suited to the crisis at hand. Garner foregrounds Justine's paranoia and jitters, a fragility that's expertly cut by her blunt interactions with her more dubious neighbors. Justine and Paul have a history that complicates their ability to make good choices together. Ehrenreich keeps this in focus throughout Paul's chapter of Weapons, ably playing the nuances of his shifting personality. It's during that segment that we meet another scene stealer, transient drug addict James, played by Austin Abrams. Playing high off his rocker and nervy as hell, Abrams bumbles through some of the most crucial landmarks on the board, providing some of the movie's only pure comedy moments. Nearly every one of his lines gets a laugh. Carrie Christopher also deserves a mention for his wonderful performance as Alex, the only one of Justine's students who didn't disappear. Alex is thrust into circumstances that are unquestionably too heavy for someone his age, but Christopher contends with them admirably. Archer, meanwhile, sits in a comfortable spot for Josh Brolin. The same hot-tempered man who accosts Justine publicly is also a despondent father sleeping in his missing son's bed, frustrated by a slow-moving police investigation that he outpaces with little effort. In spite of his many missteps, Archer remains easy to root for because Brolin lets enough vulnerability and desperation into his performance. Weapons is a righteous, fully actualized genre bender in which writer-director Zach Cregger hones Barbarian's blend of unbearable tension and dark humor to a new level of razor sharpness. The mystery of a mass disappearance and its impact on a small town unfold in a fascinatingly layered way that gives every character a chance to shine. The wise decision to break their stories up into multiple time-scrambling chapters creates multiple cliffhangers that set up a shattering finale. Julia Garner, Josh Brolin, and Alden Ehrenreich lead a cast whose fine-tuned performances all align with and support Cregger's delicate film-long balancing act. Weapons IGN score? 9 out of 10. Thanks for listening to IGN. My name is Tony Jackson, and for the latest updates on weapons and for the latest movie and game reviews, visit us at IGN.com.
Spoken Layer.